What's up guys? So right here I have the Harman Kardon Onyx Studio 7, and right away you could tell that this doesn't look like it belongs in the same category as everything else, because while most Bluetooth speakers are chasing rock designs, RGB lights and portability, this one went on a completely different direction. The design looks like a modern furniture, but design only takes you so far. So the real question is, does this thing actually sound as good as it looks? And is it worth buying in 2026? Let's talk about it. The Harman Kardon Onyx Ear 7 is a premium Bluetooth speaker best known for its beautiful design, rich bass, heavy sound, and room-filling performance. It looks more like a stylish home decor than a typical speaker, making it great for YouTube setups, living rooms, or studio decks. Now, the speaker comes in three different colors. We have the charcoal black, marine blue, and winter gray. It's not the most rugged outdoor speaker, not the smartest smart speaker, and definitely not the most portable. But if you want a stylish home speaker that looks expensive with a strong bass and loud sound, then the Onyx Ear 7 is an excellent choice. Moving on to the design of the speaker. So first, this thing looks incredible. Most Bluetooth speakers are either cylinders or boxes, but this is neither. It has a bold circular body wrapped in fabric with a floating aluminium handle that also works as the stand, and minimal visible brandings and buttons. It feels intentional, it feels expensive. Nothing looks random, nothing looks cheap. And honestly, it looks more like a home decor than a consumer tech. Now for the build quality, which is where Harman Kardon usually gets it right, the aluminium handle feels solid, the body has density to it, there's no hollow plastic sound when you tap it, it feels premium in the hand, and the weight actually helps with that impression. Sometimes, companies make speaker lighter to feel more portable. This one goes the opposite direction, it feels substantial. Now the size of the speaker is definitely not tiny, and dimensions are roughly 268 by 302 by 159 mm, so it has real presence on a shelf or desk. If you place it in a room, people notice it, and that's kind of the point. Practically because of the round shape, it's not the most space efficient speaker ever made. A rectangular speaker is easier to tuck into corners or back, but this isn't meant to disappear. It's meant to sit on a table and look good while doing it. The official weight of the speaker is 7.26 pounds, roughly around 3.3 kg. And here's what it means in real life. It's portable from room to room with a one-hand carry for short periods. However, for long distance working, it gets heavy, and it's not ideally used as a travel speaker. So it's more of a portable home speaker than a travel speaker. Now for the most important part of the speaker, the sound quality. The Onyx Studio 7 has a warm bass forward sound signature. It sounds rich, full, and powerful. If you play Afrobeats, pop or hip hop, it feels alive. The bass is deep and satisfying. Vocals are smooth. Highs are decent, though not ultra sharp or analytic. I mean, come on, this is not a studio monitor, it's a fun speaker. Harman Kardon added dual tweeters here, which helps widen the stereo image compared to older models. That gives the sound more openness than you expect from a single body speaker. So basically, what this means is that you can connect two Onyx Studio 7 speakers together through a phone via Bluetooth and have them play as a stereo pair. So instead of both speakers to have the exact same mono sound, you get a wider soundstage, better separation, and a more immersive experience, especially for music and movies. And here's the honest sound truth. If you're an audiophile chasing perfectly flat response and super crisp treble, this may feel too warm, as Consumer Report described the bass as impactful but sometimes prominent, with mid descents and highs slightly subdued. And honestly, that tracks, because this speaker is tuned to impress regular listeners, not engineers. Now, I wanted to see if the speaker could be taken outdoors in an open area, and honestly, holding it with the handle like this does feel kinda awkward. Sure, it's technically portable, but the moment you carry a 7-pound circular speaker for more than a few minutes, you realize that portability and convenience are two different things. Which is why I got this, an Onyx Studio 7 case, or a bag. What I like here is that the bag matches the product. The speaker already has this bold circular shape and the case follows that exact silhouette. That sounds minor, but trust me, it matters. Instead of looking like you stuffed a premium speaker into a random gym bag, it feels like an accessory designed for it. It's one of those accessories that you don't think you need until you actually use it once. Now for the functionality, and here's the practical side. Bag has a top handle for quick grab and go use, a shoulder strap for longer carry, a zip around the closure, and padded structures for protection. That shoulder strap is the real win here, because carrying the speaker in your hand feels fine for 30 seconds, but carrying it for 10 minutes, different story. Now here's a real word use. This is the difference between I can bring the speaker and I can actually bring the speaker. That's important because without the bag, the speaker stays at home more often. With the bag, road trips and hangouts becomes way easier. It takes the Onyx Studio 7 from a speaker that's portable on paper to a speaker that's portable in real life. Now for how the speaker sounds outdoors, I tested this in a slightly noisy area and honestly it did way better than I expected. Oh, 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 yeah. She got rings covered in gold, fur coat and a study from gold. Although the sound is not as loud as it is indoors, probably due to open air which absorbs sound, and the bass feels weaker outside because there are no walls reflecting sound. For indoor use, however, it gets plenty loud as it fills the room without sounding strained. Now for the part you've all been waiting for, is the speaker waterproof? Well, apparently it is not, and that's the first thing you should know before buying it. There's no IP rating here, which means Harman Kardon didn't design this speaker for water splashes, exposure, rain, or dust protection. And for the battery life, the speaker is officially rated for up to 8 hours of playback on a full charge, depending on the volume level and audio you play that is, with around 5 hours of charging time. So for my final verdict, I would rate the Onyx Studio 7's design a 10 out of 10, the build a 9 out of 10, the bass a 9.5, clarity an 8, the portability a 6, and finally, the battery life a 7 out of 10. So guys, that's it on the Onyx Studio 7. I'll be seeing you guys on my next video.